All that being said, like we said, he has a year. With that man's experience, if anybody knows what is wrong with our system, he does. But look, I disagree with those who think he can change everything in a year. He can't. But this is what he can do. He can set the course. He can set the course for the reforms that we need. And he said some of those things. Look, we are at a point where it doesn't make sense for us to do justice delivery the way it was done 100 years ago. One of the ways, and these paradigms, because they are so hardened in our system, it's difficult for us to break out of them. A paradigm like you have to go to a court to be heard. Today in the US and in many other countries, developed countries, in fact, not only developed countries, India and other places, they do it. You don't have to go to a court to be heard. The Supreme Court does hearings over the phone. And it's public. Everybody can dial in and hear the arguments. All right? In Ghana, when the courts are on vacation, we do virtual hearings. I sit in my office, and the judges are in their office, and the other lawyers in their office. We all connect Zoom, Teams, and we do it. So the paradigm is hardened in us that you have to go to a court to be heard. It is no longer true. And the truth of the matter is that justice will be better delivered if we move quicker into these areas. Already we've started. This is what Justice Baffoe-Bonnie can do. He can move us, set the course for us to move faster in that direction and do the justice delivery. The Fiam Court just talked about the appeals court, etc. It does not make sense that I have to travel to be heard. We all have to have an arrangement where when you have a case, you can opt to be in court, or if you cannot be in court, opt to do it virtually, including the judges. We will do more cases that way. There are a number of things, even now, that we need to deal with, all right? You have a situation today, okay, where lawyers have to speak and wait for somebody to type it verbatim. In this day and age, when my phone can do transcription, and it messes with your mind, he can do something about that because the technology is there. In fact, they have some of the equipment even around. He can ensure that that thing is done. So we are happy to help him with that. Okay. Right. Now you have a situation today, and he mentioned it: electronic service of processes. There is no reason why we shouldn't do that now. The technology is there. The reasons that everything is clear. If Martin has a matter in court, it should be possible to serve Martin by email and for him to also file by email. We have the software to do it. Why not? He should set the cost to do it. Today, every lawyer in this country has a number. Okay, that number, I've spoken to some of the people involved, can easily be converted to an email so that you have an official martin2120@gba.org, and we can use that as service in the course. What I'm saying is that we need to move hard into technology, and he